The size of a pyramid generally corresponds to the power that the individual possessed. The Great Pyramids were built for powerful pharaohs, and, as could be inferred by the name, was enormous for its time, around the height of a small skyscraper. The biggest of the Great Pyramids was Khufu's Pyramid, built around 2580 to 2560 BCE in the 4th dynasty. It has an almost square base with each side around 755 feet and a height of 480 feet, which equates to an approximate volume of 91,200,000 cubic feet. Considering its enormous size, it is appropriately given the name the Great Pyramid. The Great Pyramid was built with over 2 million limestone blocks that weighed anywhere from 1.3 tons to 10 tons each. They were interlocked with each other to make it practically immovable, and thus, out of the 7 wonders of the world, the Great Pyramid is the only one to survive. The extremely heavy blocks that need to be moved with simple techniques such as floating it downriver and lifting it with ramps required a vast amount of manpower, most of which came from farmers and other citizens of Egypt who probably worked during floods. Interestingly, the Great Pyramid is not actually a rectangular pyramid. Instead, it is an octagonal pyramid with 8 faces, since the normal 4 sides were slightly bent in. Speculation on why it was concave included aesthetic reasons or erosion. However, there is no definitive evidence. Focusing now on the interior, the 2 most important compartments of the Great Pyramid include the Queen's Chamber and the King's Chamber. Although the Great Pyramids are empty today, most likely robbed by tomb raiders, the Queen's Chamber most likely previously contained a statue of the pharaoh, representing his ka or soul. The King's Chamber housed a now empty coffer, and again, probably robbed by raiders looking for valuables within the mummified body of the pharaoh. Some skeptics speculate that the pharaoh was not actually buried in the pyramid, for reasons such as the fact that the coffer was probably too small to fit a normal-sized mummified human in its many sarcophaguses. They instead believe that the pyramid was merely used to show the wealth and power of Khufu instead of serving as his burial. Intriguingly, the pyramids almost completely lack any hieroglyphics, but recent discoveries show hidden ones that mysteriously translate to numbers. Historians speculate that they were measurements for the tunnels inside the pyramid. However, it is still uncertain. Another astonishing fact is the surprisingly accurate and precise measurements of the Great Pyramid. The 4 sides of the pyramids are almost all equal in length, and, as of now, it is aligned almost perfectly to the true north, with only a 3/60th degree error. This amazing feat gave proof to the wealth and power Egyptian pharaoh had, and it gave insight on just how seriously Egyptians considered the afterlife. The pyramids built in this time were considered constructions in the golden age of Egypt, and was looked up upon in later Egyptian times. The second of the Great Pyramids is the Pyramid of Khafre, built around 2558 to 2532 BCE in the 4th dynasty. With a square base, each side around 705 feet, and a height of 450 feet, it is slightly smaller than Khufu's pyramid with only a volume of 74,600,000 cubic feet. Similar to the Great Pyramid, it is made of interlocked limestone blocks and most likely was also constructed in a similar manner. However, the Pyramid of Khafre was also looted, just like the Great Pyramid. Next to the Pyramid of Khafre lies the Great Sphinx. The pyramid is made from the same materials as the Great Sphinx, and the close resemblance to Khafre led scholars to believe that the Great Sphinx was made for him. The third and smallest of the Great Pyramids was the Pyramid of Menkaure. Its rectangular base with side lengths of 335 feet and 340 feet, along with a height of 215 feet, gives it only a volume of around 8,160,000 cubic feet. Like the other pyramids, it was built out of almost immovable interlocked limestone blocks. Also like the other pyramids, it was found empty and already looted. As previously mentioned, the construction of these pyramids required a vast amount of labor, and it seems peculiar why Egyptians were willing to build the pyramids for pharaohs. Egyptians believed that the pharaoh was a god sent to Earth, and, when they died, their soul had to return to the other gods. Some sources claim that the pyramid's shape represented a slope to the sky, so that the pharaoh's spirits could walk up to the sky and rejoin the gods. Egyptians also believed in the existence of the human soul. The pyramids were meant to help contain the soul and ensure that the pharaoh's spirit will prevail in the afterlife. If something were to go amiss and the pharaoh's soul be lost, then the Egyptians believed that the sun will not rise. Thus, Egyptians probably agreed to labor for hours to build the pyramid just to keep the gods content and satisfied.